Hello and welcome to Tinkerfix. Today I have an Xbox One S to fix. It's a friend's. His son apparently lent on the HDMI cable. So as you can see, there's quite a bit of play in that. So I'm using a capture card to see if I can get any. Oh, yeah, we've got a signal. So does it change when I wiggle? No. Strange. No change when you wiggle. There we go. Let's see what it does in 1080p. Signal out of range. It's a 1080p capture card, so it shouldn't be a problem. Strange. Let me just plug it into my TV and see what happens then, instead of going through the capture card. Right, so I've just plugged it in through the TV, and when you do move it, I don't know how the capture card's getting around it, but it's not displaying it on the recording for some reason, which is strange. But when you wiggle the port, there's no signal. But yet it's working on the capture card, which is really strange. Oh, there we go, signal out of range. And if I push the port down, so unplug it and plug it back in, see what happens. Don't touch it. There you go, it's back again. That's really strange. Anyway, let's take it apart and see if we can find any issues. Right, so someone's been in this before because the seal's been tampered with. I haven't got any nails, so let's use a small screwdriver. You'll do. Oh yeah, these ones are the pain in the bum to get into, aren't they? I can't find plastic picks. It's not good enough. Don't look at the size next. We should quite easy. Not for actually great outside. Would help. Why not? There we go. So yeah, there's no clips broken. So my dog just came over to me and burped, which was rather nice. So let's take these green screws off. Strange. Yeah, well, T8 would do, but ideally you need the T10. The T8's a bit loose, so you might end up rounding off the heads, which you really don't want to do. My chair, you can hear squeaking. There we go. A little bit dusty. Some junk. Right, so let's get this bottom case off. It's quite dusty. Actually, first let's take off the Wi-Fi antenna. Get a great shot of my wrist there, eh? Once you take those three off, it just pulls out. Put that to one side. Right, let's take the rest out. Oh, I suppose I should take that out first, shouldn't I? I think these are the same size as the other ones. Yeah. Lucky enough, they're all the same size. Yep. There's quite a bit of dust on me desk now. After he says it's nice and clean. Here we go. That comes off, like I said, it's a little bit dusty. Didn't look at it at first, but yeah, a little bit dusty. They don't have screws in yet. Again, the T8s would do, but it looks like it might be T10s that you want for this, rather than the T8, because the T8 could strip the head, like I said. Is there one at the front that's... No. Nope. I think that works. Let's get the hard drive out of the way. Yeah, it's a bit dusty. We'll get these out of the way and then do a dust after. So I've got to, yeah. I'm just going to take the rest of these out because I probably need to take them out anyway. To get the motherboard out, I'd need them out, I'd imagine. going to be flapping in the wind. Is there two on that? No, it's just that one. So why you? There we go. So a really dinky power supply, eh? But remember, as it's just been on, so that's still holding power because the capacitors inside will still hold charge. Alright, so just these four now to remove, and then the motherboard will fall out. Nope. Got a little catch to remove, and then it lifts out. There we go, like that. Let's get rid of that. Rather dusty. Right, so let's have a look at this HDMI port. So looking at it, it doesn't look too bad, and there's no movement on the actual port. Where's me HDMI? So the port is actually quite loose around the HDMI cable. See, so is that one. See, let me just zoom in. So if you look at the gaps here and here, notice how there's next to no gap there, but there's quite a little. So just upset the dog. And then there's quite a large gap. When I say large, it's larger than this one, so it might not be making a good seal around the HDMI cable. Let me see if I can crimp that together and then put it back together a little bit so that we can try it out. Right, I couldn't find my needle nose pliers, but I got some of these, which should just do the trick as well. I know these are for circlips, but oh, she's brought herself back in. So that made it look the same now, more uniform. Yeah. Right, so let's put it back together quickly, just enough to test it out. Why is it not going back on properly? There we go, that's back in properly. So when you're doing this, go very careful, because obviously everything's exposed. God, that LED's well bright. You can see it at the top of the screen. Oh, yeah, we got signal again. Strange. Right, let me unplug it again from the capture card and plug it straight into the back of the TV. Yeah, so it doesn't work on my TV. Let me just unplug my PC cable. So it's in HDMI port 1. And just record part of the screen. So obviously the Xbox is still on. HDMI port 1. And no signal detected. Put some pressure down on the port. And still not detected. Plug it back in. No signal. So I don't see what the capture card, why the capture card can detect it, but my TV can't. Yeah, it just says no signal detected. And then times out. Right, so let's turn it all off, and then I'll replace the port, and hopefully that's my problem. Right, so there is definitely something wrong with the HDMI port, which is this one, that stopped it from displaying on my TV. Right, so I can't seem to find my... Right, so I can't find my USB microscope. And I also can't find my plugs. I have no idea where it's disappeared to. Anyway, let's get back to it. I've wasted enough time. Right, so there we have it. We've got a clean removal of the HDMI port. And that's the original because it's a Foxconn. Let's have a look at the other side. Yeah, the pads look intact. Let's see if I can get a zoom in. There we go. And there you go, there's no ripped pads or anything like that for that. Yeah, dusty. So this isn't how I'd normally do it. I'd normally use low mount solder and use the hot air gun, because what the low mount solder does, it changes the composition of the solder so that it doesn't take as much heat to remove. But unfortunately I can't find my low mount solder, my flux, or my electric microscope. Makes no sense. But anyway, we carry on. So I've got a brand new original. You probably won't be able to see, but it's a, oh yeah, you can there, Foxconn. And that'll be replacing the broken one. Right, so I've had to come back another day because I couldn't find any of my solder wick, but I've now got some. So let's get this all cleaned up. Sure. Let's just get the feet soldered on. Didn't realise you couldn't see that in my bed. Right, that should be the feet soldered on. Yeah, that's come through. You're not going to be able to see it. I need to get my my USB microscope, wherever it's gone. No, that way. It's way too much solder. Alright, I think we've got it. I can't see any joints on that. Any bridges? Let's give it a quick clean. But where I put me cotton pads. Oh. Nice and shiny, no spikes. Just trying to clean off the rest of the flux off of the ground plane. Right. So a quick look. So with that all cleaned up, let's test it out. Would be at the bottom of the pile, wouldn't it? Let's zoom you guys back out. Got fan spin. Power's on. Just gotta do it straight to my TV. So unfortunately that didn't work. I did some research and I figured it might be the retimer chip that's the problem, considering it was working on some resolutions but not all, and the flickering that was happening. So I figured I'd change the retimer chip. The video quality is not brilliant because it's on a really old webcam, because I couldn't find my microscope, but I figured I'd leave the footage in to show you what I did to fix the issue, or try and fix the issue. So yeah, keep watching and see what happens. It took a lot longer than I thought to desolder, but it comes off in the end. Got it all cleaned up and ready for the fresh chip to go in. So with that all sorted and resoldered, the fresh retimer chip, it was time to put it all back together and then try it on my TV to see if this actually fixed the issue. Again, before I couldn't get it to play on most resolutions other than, I think it was 720, and there was flickering that happened sometimes as well. So here we go, it's working as you can see. Just go through some of the settings, change some of the resolutions to see if it works, and luckily enough it seems to detect the 4K TV, whereas before it wasn't. It was saying that there was loads of problems. Thanks for watching, please like, subscribe and follow for more.